I'm going to go over basic letter mat properties. I have a baby mat going here, so I'm going to just build on that. And I'm probably going to put just maybe the baby's name at the bottom. So I'll get rid of that hand there, but maybe leave those little debossed hands on the side. So in my properties tab, the first tab, there is two options for letter mats. There's add letter mat opening and there's add true type font opening. Wizard does not support the true type font, so I'm not sure why they even put it there, but there are ways to get around using that, which is a little bit more advanced than what I'll do in this particular tutorial. So we'll do just the add letter mat, which is supported by Wizard. So in the drop-down menu here, there are a number of them that either say DB or a pen, and those are specifically for a deboss or a pen tool. There aren't a lot of options in here to use, and there's one in particular, this Vienna, that always causes grief. I would avoid that one, even though it's a nice font. It seems to crash the program every time we use it. So I'm just going to choose the first one and say add letter mat opening. And it will just plop the generic default ABC there. You can double click on it and it'll take you immediately to the properties tab, and you can just put your text there. I would start with that so you can rearrange it and format it. So baby's name is George, and I have right here, I definitely want to keep the aspect ratio selected. Right now it's set up as a deboss. Down here you can see that. I can make it a pen tool or a pen if I want. If I don't like how that looks, actually what I'm going to do first is just to see how it fits on there, because I definitely want to use the minimum height that they're suggesting on this and not deviate too much from that, is the text size. So if I know I want my width to be about the same as the width of my opening that's over here, I'm going to change it to 8 wide. And let's say I want it to be maybe a ½ inch high. That sounds reasonable. And then the kerning and the tracking are what bring the text together or the words together if you have multiple words. So just use your arrow down, or excuse me, your minus button on the kerning to bring your letters close together. If you are using, you can't see this very closely. So if you're using a very small height or small text, you maybe want to go up to the tools and say zoom to 200%. That's a very helpful tool. And scroll down and over to get to where your text is, and then you can see it. So you can keep formatting that if that's, you can usually go pretty close together on these, but maybe not that close. I'm kind of a particular person about spacing of these. Like I want them to look evenly spaced, and between my R and my G, it does not look evenly spaced to me. It might be measured that way, but visually it doesn't look right. So I'm going to take out my G and my E on the left there where my text is, and I'm going to just cut that out of there. And I'm going to move my kerning so it looks like how I want it to look. And then I'm going to copy this because it's exactly the size and kerning that I want. I'm going to copy that and I'm going to paste it right next to it. And I'm going to double click there and put GE. So it has the same size and the same kerning that the GEOR has. And I'm going to bring my red line up here. It's not exactly where I want, but I just want them to be sitting on the same line so they look like they're all part of the same text. And I'm just going to use my arrow left key to get that to scoot over until it looks more like what I want it to look like. That looks better to me. And then I'm just going to like group that together so it looks like it's all one thing. And I'm going to just maybe choose to make those 1 3/4 apart. And I'm going to zoom out now to see what that looks like. And I don't like that. I'm going to bring that back down. That's it. Actually, what I want to do is make that G, if it's not already, well, it is capitalized. So that's just how the text looks. So if I don't like how that looks, I can, again, I would zoom in so I can see what's happening here. And I might be able to do this at the same time. No, I cannot. Select that and just click on the first one so it's highlighted in the font name, and use my arrow down key on my keyboard and just scroll through until I find the kind of font that I want. Enviro. I like Enviro. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Find Enviro. Oops. And I'm going to have to re-line these up so they're both at the same grass line here. And I'm also going to go to my Properties tab and change that back to deboss or pen, whichever I want. Deboss is kind of nice because I already have the deboss going on over on the right here. That looks good to me. So I'm going to right click and group that, and then I'm going to center it. And then zoom out and see if it's what I want. Looks good. That's your basic letter mat.